Hi, welcome to Round Robin. I'm Celine Guerrero, and with us today we have Michelle Dubrall and Staci Zigler of the Escape Room Hampton, and they're going to tell us all about this fun place. It's for everybody too, and you're going to explain a little bit more to us about what it is.
Yeah.
So, welcome, you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, Michelle, when did it open? It's been open for about a year now or so,
Yeah,
right?
we had our anniversary December 17th. So December 17th, 2016 was our grand opening, where we opened with just one room, our Great Estate Burglary Room. And since then we've grown and now feature 4 different rooms. So.
And can you explain what it is? Because it's really, you have to go there to really understand and experience it. People could just tell you you're looking for clues, but it's
Yeah,
more
it's
than
so
that.
much more than that. It's
Yes.
a fully immersive experience where players are given 60 minutes to essentially work together, find the clues, observe your surroundings, and solve all of the puzzles that are within this room in order to solve each room's particular objective. And some rooms can be, your objective is to actually escape from that room, or another objective would be to find a specific piece of jewelry or artwork or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely is a challenge, but it's quite fun.
And where are you located?
We are located in the Peninsula Town Center there in the East Claiborne building. So it's kind of a shared building. We're on the 2nd floor there. That's kind of your first surprise because it's an office building and we feature so many different adventure themed rooms.
Right.
So yeah.
And you said you have 4 rooms right now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Staci, could you tell us about the rooms and who is going to the escape room to have fun?
Sure. So honestly, it's made for everybody. There's a room, I think, for any kind of event or family, date night, if you have like a company event, if you're doing team building, things like that. Having 4 different scenarios definitely helps have a variety of what you are looking for, or maybe what you can play or what you would enjoy. So we have Cabin 11. That one is kind of along the lines of being spooky, but nothing that will actually scare you. But it's dark in there. You guys are trying to figure out, it has a secret door. You're trying to figure out how to get out of there. So that gives you that suspense when the game master tells you you're going to exit out of another way that you came in. We have our alien abduction room, so that one is like our sci-fi, futuristic kind of room. And then Great Estate Burglary, so that one themes more along like the mystery, almost if you would have played Clue when you were younger and you're looking for something before Mr. DuPont catches you in his private quarters.
And that's the one I did.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and a lot of people say the same thing that you did, that they make it right up to the end, and they didn't quite get there, but they still have a lot of fun because it's just that satisfaction of actually getting through and figuring out what we've left behind for you to find. And then the 4th one is Greta's Diner, which is Greta has stolen your secret recipe, so you've broken into her diner to retrieve it. And that one is a lot of times the one that people will play if they have kids or families, stuff like that. So it's definitely nice to have the very different 4 scenarios to appeal to different groups. And then we have the companies that come and play corporate events, and they do all the rooms. So
Wow. And up to how many people would you suggest you attend with? I mean, when I went, I've gone 2 separate times. One was with coworkers, and it was just 3 of us, unfortunately, because the rest didn't want to join. But then the second time, it was like a mixed group, other people that we didn't know. We were all in there, about 8 of us. And I thought the more people that were in there, the easier it would be to solve anything, but it turned out that was the case. So would you, up to how many people can be in a room at once for the hour?
So generally we say 8 players per room. In both of our locations, Hampton and Virginia Beach, some of the rooms are a little bit larger than others, so they could accommodate maybe 10. 11 would be pushing it, and it's really about just having enough puzzles and space for each player to work on and get the most out of your experience, so you're not on top of each other, that kind of thing. But so as far as like a full group of maybe 32, 35 for the whole
Okay.
place. But, like you said, if you have more people, it usually works out better unless you are a mixed group that isn't communicating well.
You
But
don't know
for the
each
most
other,
part,
right?
yeah.
Right. And Michelle, could you tell us when you're in there, you are given clues or you can get clues. Tell us about when you're in there and how how you guys make it a little easier for people to solve.
Yeah, so it can be a little tricky, especially if you're a first-time player, and as game masters, we are there watching you to help you get through the puzzle, where we can. We do offer 3 clues throughout the experience for you, and that's to use at your discretion, where you can walkie-talkie us, and we're on the other end watching you from our control room. But if you need a couple additional clues or anything like that, we're always free to give those as
Right.
well. We try to stick with the 3 if you're trying to be really
I
competitive.
didn't know
and-
that. Thought
Your
we were
game
just
master
restricted
skimped out
to
on
3.
you.
Yeah, they didn't let us know that. So I was like, oh no, we got to use these clues wisely. Don't ask yet.
Yeah, some people
Okay.
get really competitive, so
Right.
we do tend to keep it to 3,
Okay.
and there's that whole thrill of being the room record setters,
Right.
or breaking that record, and so that's how we kind of control that a little bit by only allowing 3 clues if that's what you're going for. But if you're just going for fun and it's your first time and you've never done it before, we're more about you enjoying the experience to the full extent, so we'll definitely help guide you through,
And so now as we talked before, the rooms do change, but not as often. And you would suggest that people do go and experience each one. But how often, more or less, do you all change out the rooms?
So we try to change them the entire room about once a year. We
Okay.
do have our seasonal rooms where for Halloween we'll make one a little bit more spooky or something, or for Christmas we flipped it to have it was our Great Estate room that we made into Mr. DuPont's basically steals Christmas. So you
Oh.
have to retrieve the toy so the children of Hampton can then have a Christmas,
Yeah.
So we try to change it seasonally like that. But at this point, our rooms will probably sit for about a year each, and then
Okay.
we'll gradually make modifications and flip an entire room.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, both times it was a lot of fun. And I will definitely remember that I could get more than three clues. But Staci, tell us, now you did mention that there is some kind of record setting. Are there are people giving little goals or try and finish it before the hour? Do you get anything, or is it just pride?
So, I mean, a lot of it is going to be the satisfaction of beating the game. We do display on our website the record times or the
Okay.
percentages of people that have gotten out. So that gives you the ability to kind of gauge what difficulty of room you're trying to play. So if you've played multiple rooms before, you can go for the harder one. Never done it before, do one with a higher success rate. And then, for example, your room that you played, your game master would have recorded your time that you had left over. And then at the end of each month, I'll go through or one of us will go through and kind of redo our score sheet for how the percentages worked out for that month, and then average it into how it was before. And then we do have our records, so people that break out in 30 minutes or something crazy,
That's pretty cool.
they escape with a lot less time.
And now, what would you say the age range would be? I have a 10-year-old. I mean, you did say kids can go, but what would you suggest?
Sure. So really 12 and up will be able to enjoy it like we would as an adult. So, but I mean, honestly, 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds, they'll surprise us all the time and get out better than adults do. Maybe it's because they're not afraid to communicate more or something, or they're not afraid to fail. I'm not sure what it is, but definitely anybody can come. It doesn't really matter the age. If they're younger than 12, we encourage you to kind of book out the whole room so you guys can play together as a family and not worry about other adults in the room at the same time, that kind of thing. But there's not an age limit if that's what you're,
Okay, cool. And now, Michelle, tell us, how can people sign up? Do you sign up beforehand, online? Do you just go to escape room at Peninsula Town Center and be like, I want to play? Are there times that you can pick from? How does that all work?
Yeah, so each of our rooms, we have 4 rooms. Typically, they're on a 2-hour interval. So the first room will start at, let's say, 11. The next room will start at 11:15, 11:30, and then 11:45. And then the next set of those 4 rooms will then start 2 hours after that, so at 1 o'clock, and then we'll
Okay.
reset all of them. We typically encourage people to make reservations either online or by calling us, just so that we can ensure that you get the room that you want and you get the time slot that you want. But we welcome walk-ins as well, so
Okay.
it's really whatever's more convenient, and if you don't mind just dropping in potentially on some and playing with some other players, you know.
All right, Michelle, and tell us how people can reserve their room, the room of their choosing.
So you can either book online or call us directly. Our website is www.escaperoomvp.com, and our phone number is 757-915-6240.
All right, well, thank you, and thank you all for being here and telling us more about it. It is a really cool experience for someone who liked to play Clue growing up. It is completely almost like it, no, but it's fun. That suspense, that excitement of trying to guess, it's really cool. So thank you all for coming and telling us more about it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and thank you all for watching.